Guys, a quick update from Gunnar O'Farrell and the Spirit of America boat. It was as simple as the starter on the connector on the starter had broke. They had trailer fired it just right before that. Everything was perfectly fine. So from the time that it was lifted on the crane to the water, it had broke. And unfortunately, he just couldn't get out there in time. But Gunnar told me, rest assured, he will be back out there tomorrow and everything else is good to go.
Well, doesn't that just sound like it? You put a $2 million race boat in the water and a 29-cent connector cost you from being able to go out and run in the heat. Tough break for him.
It sounds like motorsport. It is an incredibly tough break. You really feel for him. Gosh, you got to hate that as a driver, but even worse as a team. So hopefully those guys will recover from that. They've just had such a consistent last 2 days, and Gunnar was really starting to put some pressure on the top boats here. But bummer not to see him run this afternoon.
It is our Heat 2B of the Apollo Mechanical Cup at Seafair, and we are expecting 3 boats to come out on the out on the water. They are the U-27, the Miss Apollo, the U-12, the Graham Trucking, and the U-8, the Beacon Electric. A little bit of a shock here. Dave Villwock must have extra fuel in the boat. He's coming out a full minute early than he has the last 3 or 4 times we've seen him run.
That's exactly right. He's usually out somewhere between 3 and 3:10, but it didn't work out maybe the way he had hoped on the last heat, so maybe he's had to go to strategy number 726 that's in his Rolodex to try to get his lane choice here moving forward.
I see him in there just licking his fingers, just dialing through the Rolodex. Look under B for Beat Bernard. But Kelly's in the middle of this one too this time, and the young man, I hope he's in good shape because it takes a lot to drive one of these things, and he just hopped out of one, going to get in the other. 3 minutes and 32 seconds until the start. You watch J. Michael Kelly in his more familiar ride, the U-8, the Beacon Electric. That's him at the top of the screen coming off the top end of the race course. He is going to pull up behind and alongside Jeff Bernard, who just came across start-finish line. Dave's just crawling up the backstretch, though. Again, here he goes.
Sure is. Wow, but he's so early. He's going to have to just do 50 knots.
And you just saw J. Michael Kelly turn. He did not go all the way down to the bottom end of the race course. I've got my course map right here. That was definitely a legal spot to do that. Now, let's see what Mike does with Dave. And if he would like to move left, the door is wide open. But the question's going to be, is Bernard going to jump inside of him? And Dave doesn't seem to mind. He seems to just be saying, go ahead and go. Got to have, and Jeff's going to go all the way to one. Watch this. Top end of the race course. Now Jeff, as he gets to the entrance to the corner, he basically shuts it down in lane 1. So right now it is Jeff Bernard in 1. J. Michael Kelly is in 2. And Dave Villwock, it was just like, I'm here. You all see me. Go ahead. Go around. Jump in. He didn't defend it at all.
You never know. I mean, you just never know what they're geared for, what lane they actually want. Sometimes it seems like they pose to put up a big fight for lane 1, and then at the last second they decide they want the outside lane.
So now we got the crawlers coming, and this is now watch Dave at the top end. Dave's going to start putting his foot in it. Dave is going to come around because Jeff Bernard and J. Michael Kelly are just absolutely plowing water, and we know how dangerous this could be. We still are at a minute 50. A minute 50, and we got a stall time to $1:15. So we'll keep an eye on it. They're going to be legal. It's just what Dave might be able to do, and he is going all the way to the outside course marker, what we call the insurance buoy, as we come up on a minute 35. The world's fastest race boats. You could troll for salmon out there right now at that speed.
Now, if Dave is able to pick up a huge amount of speed and cross the line, clear them by at least 7 boat lengths and a rooster tail, can he then go to the inside?
Absolutely, you do. And watch Mike. Does Mike want to do it? They're going to get on the phone. We're at 1:15 now. Mike, is he going to try and jump across Bernard? I don't know if he is, but right now he does not have enough room to do that. He does not have enough room at all. Don't get wet down there, Jeff. And he did not. He did not. Mike did not have enough overlap there. He had to have 5 or a rooster tail. He didn't get it, so Mike's going to run in lane number 2. Jeff Bernard comes up there and says, I know what you were trying to do, buddy, but no, I wasn't going to let you have enough for an overlap. And then on the far outside, seemingly unamused with this entire game, is the U-27, the Apollo, and just like that, suddenly the sun comes out.
Sure
Starting
does.
to get a little bit brighter here on Lake Washington. 3 boats up at the top end of the race course. Graham Trucking, U12, lane 1 with Jeff Bernard. Lane number 2 goes to J. Michael Kelly and the U8, the Beacon Electric. The U27 Miss Apollo is on the outside with Super Dave Villwalk coming up on 15 seconds to the start. 15. Jeff, you might be able to put your foot in it out of here and come on down. Let's see what the timing mark is. Don't get too early, Jeff. We're coming up on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And I think it's legal, and if it is, Bernard schooled him on the start. He didn't have a lot of boat speed, but he certainly had a rooster tail lead. Jeff Bernard, and the start is clean. Jeff Bernard got the good start. Right now the race is behind him. J. Michael Kelly is running in second place off the corner, but you know Dave Villwalk is right with him, Tanner.
Good gosh, Dave Villwalk, he amazes me all the time. He's just right with him around the corner. He's absolutely fearless, and he's got some boat speed on the back straightaway. But Jeff Bernard just checking out up front.
Jeff Bernard is driving a daylights out of the U12, the Graham Trucking, and he is at the top end of the race course. The race is for second place, but Jeff Bernard, look how wide he went up there at the top end, and he pushed the other 2 boats way out wide. Kelly is just on the inside of Villwalk. They're virtually dead even as they come down to put lap number 1 of 3 in the books. Oh, and Dave really flew the 27. He pulled his foot a little bit, but he didn't lose a whole lot of speed. The race is for second place. Jeff Bernard's got a rooster tail down at the bottom end of the race course. We're halfway through the race, Tanner, and the race is back for second.
Boy, both of these guys are just absolutely so aggressive coming out of the exit of the corner, lifting the boat directly in the air as soon as they exit the corner. And you can see that Dave is just fearless. He did that in practice as well at that exact same part of the lake. But J. Michael Kelly is extended to about 4 boat lengths over Dave.
Yeah, he's opened up a little bit of water now. Jeff Bernard again comes out wide, going to make Kelly run the big wide race course here. Did Mike try and cut to, I thought for a moment there that Mike may have tried to move to the inside, but he did not. It wouldn't have worked, I don't think, because radio guys would have told Bernard what was going on behind him. But Jeff Bernard in the U12, the Graham Trucking, is surprising everybody here today. He got a first place finish in his first heat. He is less than a lap away from doing it again, and he's beaten J. Michael Kelly this time, Tanner. He's putting on a show.
He is 100% making a statement here. You know, we never got to see the speed of Tri-Cities with that thrown prop, and he is showing that he's here to play for sure against some of the top boats on the water.
Yeah, our boats are really strung out now. J. Michael Kelly has opened up about a 2 rooster tail lead over Dave Villwalk for third. Kelly's still playing around in the back of the rooster tail of Jeff Bernard, but it's not going to do him any good. Jeff Bernard has put 2 heats on the water. He's got 2 first place finishes. You better not count this guy out. U12, Jeff Bernard with a first place. He hits a big roller as he comes across, flies the boat, and settles it down. Second place will go to J. Michael Kelly, and third will go to Dave Villwalk, who determined discretion was a better part of valor there and pulled his foot and said, I'll just take my third place points before I break something here. Points are so important, but I think the story so far of the Apollo Mechanical Cup at Seafair is the U12 Jeff Bernard Graham Trucking.
Well,
we didn't even see the boat until yesterday morning.
No, it's incredible. And you watch it profile here from our standpoint. You watch it cruise along the water, and it looks smooth, it looks controlled. But when you see that head-on camera angle that we get just as they exit the second corner, you can see how rough the water is. I mean, the boats are just getting kicked and bucked the whole time. You can see the canard twitching up and down as they use that left foot to determine exactly how high they want the nose of the sponsons out of the water. It's a busy time for those guys out there.
It is a very busy time. I'll tell you what, tip of the cap to Jeff Bernard. He drives any kind of boat, anytime, anywhere. He just loves to race. As you look at J. Michael Kelly, as he will come back in the U8, the Beacon Electric. But I think the story so far of the day is Jeff Bernard. What they have done to put that boat on the water a week ago in the Tri-Cities, then to have the prop let go, tear up the bottom of the boat. They don't even get into the pit area here until yesterday morning. Talking to their crew chief, Tom Anderson, they don't have any sleep. These guys are just running on fumes. And then we were talking the last heat about how Andrew Tate talks all about the crew and all the work they did, but you said that driver still has to go out and do his job. Jeff Bernard has to feel so good as a reward to his crew for all that work. he brought him 800 points. Not bad.
Well, you heard the emotion come through the interview after his first heat. I mean, it was like he had won the whole weekend. I mean, it was really hard for him to hold it back. So you know what it means, and a lot of that is relief. You know, you're just relieved that you're able to deliver the team what you feel like they deserve, and that's what makes it so emotional. A lot of drivers aren't going to get choked up just talking about their own accolades.
Right.
It's what the team has gone through to get where they're sitting.
And I talk about how the crew, does the work, and then it's got to feel good for Jeff to go reward the crew with two first-place finishes today. There is nobody who put any more time in on that boat over the last 5 months than Jeff Bernard. And he told me his schedule. He works at Boeing, and he'd get off work and go straight down and work till midnight at the boat shop on this thing. He wanted to get it to Tri-Cities. They did. We all know what happened there. I can understand the emotion.
Yeah.
I can certainly understand it. And I think we're going to be able to have another conversation with Jeff Bernard. He was very emotional last time. I would expect he'll be the same this time. So we will get him just as soon as we got Erica wired up. But you saw the smile on his face there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The last one was for the team. This one's for him. I don't think he's going to be too emotional, but he's going to be happy because, it's not a fluke if you can do it twice.
Absolutely. Let's throw it down to our Erica Allreed standing by with Jeff Bernard. Erica, take it away.
Jeff executing that start and milling period to absolute perfection. How much of that win do you attribute to that start?
Well, all of it. We got a good jump at the start. We knew we had to get lane one. It's tough with J. Michael out there. Tim Collins was my radio guy back when I drove the U91. I know how good that they are at pre-race strategies, so we had to do our hardest to get lane one. I thought we were going to be a little bit early on the 115 and be a sit and duck there for a leapfrog, but we were able to block it off. And man, I can't thank Rob Graham Trucking, and this whole team. This is awesome. If you would have told me 2 days ago we were going to be 2 for 2 going into Sunday, I would have laughed at you. But this is all the hard work of those guys in the red shirt, and I'm just a lucky guy that gets to sit in the driver's seat.
And this is the first time since Guntersville of 2021 that you've won back-to-back heats. Is it safe to say you're back acclimated to an unlimited seat?
Yeah, I mean, that boat's really easy to drive. We got to find a little bit more speed so we don't have to fight as hard. But Tom Anderson does a great job. Every time we go out, the boat's a little bit different, and it's handling great. So I can't thank Scott Kropfeld. He's my GP crew chief. He's been out here during the whole off-season project, ripping the right side of the boat off. If it wasn't for him this week, I don't know if we would have made it. He did a lot of that work while some of us went to work during the day and then showed up at night to help them. And this is it's all those guys.
A radiant effort by you and Team 2 get to this point. Congratulations on this one. Guys, back to you.